Hello everybody, welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations with me, Flick, recorded live on my Twitch channel, and as you will notice in the top right there, we've got an obtrusive little counter because we're recording this on the night where I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, so we have a live count of my subscribers. And it's just me in the call currently, and my room got broken into by Reaper, Stormkiller and Valar, so they'll be joining me as I pick hunts to try and catch up with them, because as you'll notice, some people play too much by themselves. And while I do this, I'm not going to be concentrating that much on the fight, so it's just as well we'll be fighting low rank stuff, I suppose. And yeah, we're going to open up with the urgent, which is Blind Conga. I'm going to be taking random questions from the chat live and answering them, so yes, this is just a normal episode of the Generation series, but at the same time it's also part of celebrations. So we're not really going to be on topic, probably, for most of the stuff I get asked. We'll see though. It's also exceptionally hot. It's the hottest day of the summer for the UK today, so I am boiling. I'm very likely to make much less sense than normal, but that might lead to some comedy later on. We shall see. So I think I saw somebody ask me what my favourite anime was. I haven't watched any anime for a long time, but I can name a few that I liked. I really like Death Note, so that'd probably be my favourite. Neon Genesis Evangelion was pretty good. Scryed, or Scryed, depending on how you want to pronounce it, that's pretty good. Dragon Ball Z I watched when I was a kid. Loved that. I wouldn't say it was my favourite though, but yeah, Death Note is fantastic. It's definitely anybody interested in anime and or manga should read/watch. What does your family think about your YouTube life? They mostly didn't understand it, but now that it's taking off, they understand that I can make a living with it, so they don't care. That's the reaction. My sister does YouTube, but I don't really talk about it because it doesn't have a cross-section with my viewership at all. She's a nail technician and does kind of fancy nail art. I keep on telling her to do themed art on nails, like, you know, themed around a holiday or a big game release, but she hasn't done anything like that yet. Why did I learn Japanese? Because I'm massively interested in Japanese culture, and I wish I could go there someday. It's because it's so different to Western culture. Sometimes in bad ways, but in a lot of ways it's just different. If anyone else is interested, there are some fantastic books you can read on the subject of just, you know, how they handle funerals, how they handle celebrations, all that stuff compared to Western life is just, I find it interesting, I don't know why. Do I have any advice for running a YouTube channel? Yes, the biggest discouragement when you get started, and I was thinking about this the other day actually, because I think I'm going to include it in a video series. The biggest discouragement when you get started is super obvious. Oh, by the way, I'm probably going to miss questions if I've got a long answer to a question I notice, so bear with me. Don't spam. I'll try and answer as many as I can. The biggest discouragement when you get started is obviously, hey, no one's watching my stuff. Why is no one watching my stuff? Why don't they watch it? Please watch it. You shouldn't get discouraged if no one's watching your stuff because there's still a reason to do it. One, you could be just having fun doing it. Two, and this is the more important one, you practice, and it's better to get practice in early before you have a big viewership. If you go back and watch some of the early videos where I just started using a mic, they're awful. I have no confidence, I don't know what I'm saying, I haven't got used to blathering while also concentrating on playing. So it's better that those videos didn't have a lot of views because it gave me time to improve. It also gave me time to find the right settings to make videos look better, find the right audio settings so they sound better. So getting past that discouragement about no one watching your videos when you start, it's easy if you think about it like that. You're still getting experience. Even if you never take off on YouTube, you could find that you have a knack for editing, and that could open up a whole new avenue to you that you never knew you were good at. So I would say, getting started, just try not to get discouraged. Sometimes you'll look at not getting any views and it'll make you feel crappy. Even if you're not doing it because you one day want to do it professionally, you know, you want people to see what you're doing. But just think of it like that. Think of all the other... as the tune starts playing. I'm going to run in circles now. Thank you to Anonymous who says, you've been getting me through my work days for weeks now. Love the channel, as well as your real and genuine attitude. Keep it up, please. Also, final push to 100,000. Thank you very much for your generosity. So I think we'll move on from another question as I don't miss too many. Who's your favourite Overwatch character lore-wise, not gameplay-wise? Ah, that's interesting. Lore-wise. I'm giving this genuine thought. I assume everybody knows the obvious answer if it was gameplay-wise. I think Tracer's whole story of like being disjointed from time, like, essentially being immortal, Jack Sparrow. No, not Jack Sparrow. That's the Pirates of the Caribbean guy, right? What's the name of the guy? Jack Harkin, right? That's the Doctor Who guy who was immortal as well. I find that kind of stuff interesting. So I think she has the most interesting story, that she's kind of like, she's trapped outside of time. She'll essentially never die, she'll never age, she'll have to watch everybody else die. That kind of stuff's interesting. I liked it in Doctor Who as well. Oh yeah, some more tips actually. I was doing good ones in the chat. Be consistent. YouTube tells you be consistent with your uploads. Even if consistent means once every 2 weeks. Just be consistent. Also, YouTube has a pretty good gaming specific guide with hints and tips. And I definitely suggest reading that if you're a newbie. They cover the basics, so you know, if you already know what you're doing, it's not going to tell you anything you don't know really. But if you're new, it has some fantastic information. Whoop. My favourite deviant monster in Generations. The deviants are variants, right? The funniest one is the Lagombi, for sure. Just because of the gigantic world-sized snowballs he chucks at you. My favourite one was Ember Dynavolva though. I have no idea what his English name is. Something Glavenus, obviously. My favourite monster design in Generations, so just the new monsters then. Tamamitsune. Very elegant monster, the music fits, the gear it makes looks great. When did I start my YouTube channel? I started my YouTube channel in 2008. I think it was July 7th, 2008? Something, early July, for sure. And the reason I started it is because I actually had a shared channel with some friends called Gunsha Productions, or Gunsha, I guess is how we pronounce it. Gunsha Productions, which I think is still on YouTube. We were doing that together, we kind of drifted, and I thought, I kind of like the videos we're making. It was mostly like Final Fantasy XI Machinima stuff. So I thought, I'll do some of that on my own. And that's why my channel's actual name is FlickFFXI, Final Fantasy XI. Because I figured when I started it, the only stuff I would do on it is Final Fantasy XI stuff. But I got a taste for making videos and found that I enjoyed it. And then just branched out into general gaming. Anything and everything that I could record, and I got in early enough that there wasn't a gaming category on YouTube, and not a lot of people outside of PC people could record gameplay. So that gave me a little bit of a niche to get into early. How to counter? If you mean the dodge I'm doing, you have to be using a specific style in the game. Called Adept. And if you dodge just before you get hit, it does a fancy roll. Which I tried to show you there, but I got hit. Yeah, my full-time job is YouTube. I used to work in retail. I had a job in a supermarket. I worked in a bookstore. I worked in a health food shop. I worked in a phony health food shop that lies to its customers. I worked as a freelance writer for a little bit. Which is not as glamorous as it sounds. Oh, there's a limp. I wrote like unofficial game guides for a slightly shady website. I wrote for a gaming website for a little while, but that wasn't paid. Did I always want to do stuff on YouTube and Twitch as a job? No. That's a genuine answer as well. In fact, I can prove it. Because if you go back to, like, I think there is an old playlist of the podcasts I used to do. And in those, I was younger and I was stupid. And I treated the idea of doing YouTube, Twitch didn't exist back then as well, it was Justin.tv. I treated the idea of doing YouTube for money as stupid. So So I never had videos on my ads, ads on my videos, even after my channel started getting its first big bump, because I didn't think it was the right thing to do. And eventually I got talked into it, and that's when I realised it was actually viable. Someone got a trap, or... Nope. What I should have done was Brimstone Slash to wake it up, because that would have hurt like hell. Can I please help your HR up? I'll try and do some swaps part way through. Oh, Kurt's been killing owls. I've also killed an owl in the solo stuff. Nice! Had to take the hit, but it was still nice. Yes, I really do have someone in my chat called Genji's Robot Bot. And the funny thing is, they don't even play Overwatch either. I think, if I remember rightly. Can you call us? No! I'm mad at you for being HR6. I was going to invite one person on to be like the person who reads out questions so I don't miss them. I'll get people in for the Overwatch section. Where did I get the idea to start the videos? Well, as I say, a friend of mine started making Final Fantasy XI videos, and they were kind of like tutorial videos. Like, the very first one he did was, here's how to get your Chocobo license in Final Fantasy XI. And he wrote out the script for what he was doing for it, and he gave it to me, and he said, can you make this funny? And I put jokes into it, and he asked me to help out as an actor, you know, well, my character is an actor in it, and I said sure. And it kind of snowballed from there. I got into the video making that way. In which year were you born? I keep my age secret because I'm a vampire and over 100 years old. Reaper, how much have you been playing Generations? Too much! Much too much, because he is impatient. Yeah, Carter is actually right. 1744 is my birth year. Also HR2! Now I'm not seeing any questions, I'm just seeing people making fun of my age. Also that timer. Ticker is going up. Thank you very much again. Spread the word if you can. I'd love to be able to hit 100k live. But even if I don't, that's fine. We can do proper celebrations tomorrow. Where did I meet your... Well, where did I meet my friends? If you meet the people in the call, I think most of them found my... Well, no, Grinning Owl says he found my channel via Rogue Legacy. Reaper, Stormkiller, and a few others found it when I did the collaboration videos with Dodger for Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Let's see, who else? I think Apropos found me via that as well. Daxar2. Balinar, I'm not sure. Maybe that was for Ultimate? Oh, he can answer for himself in the chat, actually. Can I hunt with you? I'll drop these people after a couple more hunts and I'll let anybody in that wants in. Although, keep in mind, I'm picking the hunts for now because I want to catch up with my friends. So, you'll have to do the hunts I want. If you're okay with that, then fair enough. Oh, I have special permits now. Huzzah! Is there any other ones I want to do in HR that are actually proper fights? Nope, they are all ones I could do myself. Oh, yeah, sure, let's capture a Malfistio. Tilip, Generations is out right now. It came out in America the same day it came out everywhere else on the 15th of July, so you can go get it right now if you wanted. A lot of people found me via Dodger, yeah. That was like the second biggest bump prior to Overwatch that my channel had. Prior to that, it was a couple of anime games I got early as a result of writing for a gaming website. You found me from Monster Hunter recommended videos. Ah, okay. Did I? I didn't eat, did I? That's the problem. I'm trying to keep track of so many things while also probably suffering from heat stroke and finding it difficult. Yep, that'll do. The thing that made me play the first Monster Hunter game I did, which was 3 Ultimate, was because I got asked to do the collaboration with Dodger as part of the multi-channel networking with promotion. Capcom asked them to ask a bunch of their talent, that's what they call them, that's not my choice of word. Have like people who are slightly experienced and people who aren't, and have them teach them for comedy's sake and, you know, get people into the game. This was back, like when 3 Ultimate came out, it didn't actually do that well, so Capcom wanted to shore up the number of people interested in Monster Hunter prior to 4. And it worked, I think. Also, a little fun aside about that, the videos I did with Dodger were the only ones that didn't get sent back to get something changed. Our videos got accepted on the first try, whereas Capcom asked everyone else taking part to do some changes. And that was good. I didn't even have a good quality mic back then. It's so embarrassing when I look back at it. But still, that was fun. And that's how I got into Monster Hunter, and I got addicted, heavily addicted, so even after the promotion videos were done, I just kept on playing it. Where's the temperature where I'm at? I will actually tell you live. I will check my phone app. I do have the sun beating down through my window behind me though, so it probably feels a bit hotter. And that said, it's 27 degrees Celsius. I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit. And that is definitely roasting. Should I build on my YouTube channel, then look to collab? The thing about collabs is, it looks bad if you've got no subscribers and you ask someone with subscribers, because then it's obvious you've got the upside and they don't. You ideally want to find just friends to do it with. Failing that, look for people who are similarly sized to you. I prefer doing stuff on my own in the sense of, like, you know, making it on my own, but collaboration is a very good way to get growth. It's either, you know, get lucky with something you decide to do something that no one's done before, or collab. But if you just want to record Let's Plays for the hell of it, because you like doing it, then just do it. How did you get your greatsword? I'm not entirely sure what unlocks it. There is a quest to get the drops that only come from those dinosaur things, and that might have unlocked it. Either that, or when you first get a Burna ticket. Or maybe a Y Academy ticket, now that I think about it. What is the best year between when you were born and now? That is bizarre. Let's see. What year was Hard Boiled made? That might actually be made before I was born. (1901) No, I'm fairly sure Hard Boiled was not made in 1901. Also, what happened to the lot of you? Also, remember, Cap West, Cap West, Cap West. We have to do to L what he does to everything else. Oh, stunned. What do you play on your channel? Oh, you're asking L. L plays Overwatch and Gungeon. Do you want some free advice, Al, for what I think would do well on your channel? If you still play D&D, do that on your channel. What's my least favourite hero in Overwatch gameplay-wise? Oh, that's tricky. There's so many bad ones. It's really hard to pick between the Dwarf and Bastion, because they're both terrible. Which one annoys me more? A Bastion is easier to deal with, so I'd say the Dwarf. He also has a name that I'm not very good at pronouncing, which is why I avoid trying to pronounce it. No problem, Diva Mage. I think Reaper is aiming for me there. Oh yeah, that's confusing. Bilg is grinning out, Ultimate Kira is Reaper, and Valinar is Morelia. And yes, I agree it's confusing. I hate when people don't use consistent names too. Because I have a terrible memory for names. Alright, I can... Oh, Cap Quest, yeah. Yep. You missed. May is annoying, but she doesn't annoy me as much as Bastion and the Dwarf. If you can get kills with May's Ice Spike without freezing first, you know, you've taken the time to learn her. If you don't annoy your team by putting the ice wall in the wrong place, you've learned her. Bastion, you just hold left click, and with the Dwarf you just have to, you know, read an online guide about where the best place to put turrets is. Oh, I thought he was in it! He wasn't in it! Oh, there we are, thank you. Thank you for the tip from Pepjin MC, or Pepjin MC. I apologise if I'm pronouncing that wrongly. He says, any games you're really looking forward to, also please keep up the good work. Or great work. I am very much looking forward to the next Deus Ex game, which is out at the end of this month, I think. Human Revolution? Or, wait, no. Mankind Divided, right? I always forget which suffix it is. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to the new Pokemon games because I'm sad. And... what else? I don't know. Nothing else is coming to mind this second. Yeah, those two for sure. The Telltale Batman game, maybe. Because I like all things Batman. How's Reaper typing while playing Monster Hunter? He doesn't play Monster Hunter very well. He has plenty of time to type. How'd you get village requests for monsters in the online quests? Keep on doing their quest lines and they'll give you stuff that you have to do online. Well, in this online hall, you can still do it solo. If that's what you mean. I don't know about the app, like the exact progression path about when stuff unlocks. You would have to check a guide for that. I just do them as I see them. Alright, so one more hunt and then I will swap some people in. Any more news about me getting the vibe? I'm going to get it as soon as at the end of this month. I couldn't be bothered going to my bank yet to tell them that I want them to allow the thing to go through. Let's do a Nibble Star. I'll do it at the end of the month. I'm excited for Suicide Squads. I'm not excited, but it is a film I'd probably watch. I'm curious what they'll do with it. Also, I just got Skyped. Let me just check. Do I know anywhere to get a good computer? I don't know which country you're in, so I couldn't be specific about retailers, really. Started streaming. Chat later. There. Okay. I got Skype back again. That made me lose a subscriber. Oh, but I got it back again. It's fine. Hello, Ashton. You're in the US. Reaper might be able to suggest something then. He just bought a PC. I don't know any US retailers that are especially good. What mic would be good for recording with your wife? Asks Reaper. If you're on opposite sides of a table, then a Blue Yeti. If you're on the same side of a table, the Blue Nessie should be fine. Any kind of tabletop or mounted mic, really. But if you're not both on the same side, quite close to the mic, you would need a is it bilingual? Is that the word I'm looking for? The one that can record from more than one direction. It isn't bilingual. That means you speak more than one language. I'm definitely saying the wrong word. But the Nessie is slightly more expensive than the Nessie. I hope I said Yeti then Nessie there, because the words are kind of running together now. Have fun in your meeting, Gringel. If that's possible. Omnidirectional, thank you. Yes. Monodirectional and omnidirectional. And bilateral. Biocardoid. Yeah, it's cardio or cardioid or something like that, yeah. As far as I'm aware, Sierra is not currently here, no. Haven't seen him say anything anyway. I forgot what we're hunting. Oh, Nibblesnarf. I'm going entirely the wrong direction. For some reason I was thinking Gendrum. You said Nessie twice. Did I? Are you sure? Because Yeti and Nessie in my accent sound exactly the same. Will I do any more YouTube streams? I don't think so. I prefer Twitch. YouTube Gaming needs to do a little bit more back-end work for it to be as simple as Twitch is to stream on. That, and when I tried it, you know, despite having so many more subscribers over there and followers I do have here, the viewership for the test I did on YouTube Gaming wasn't really that great. You said it twice, I'm not crazy. Whatever. I'm blaming the heat for anything and everything I say wrong tonight. But it is ridiculously hot. Don't you dare blow sand at me. He's blowing sand at me. Yeah, I'll be playing Overwatch later. In about an hour, to be exact. I decided, you know, for today, play the two games my channel is most known for, or both series, I guess. Might do the same tomorrow night, I'm not sure. I just lost 2 subs. Yeah, you know, they come and go. Also, as it gets closer to the target, people will deliberately unsub and resub. The same thing happened when we were watching the 50k milestone, I think. It's 33 degrees in Birmingham. Jesus. That would melt me, I'm fairly certain. Multitasking is a skill. You need multitasking to be able to live stream properly. Or YouTube video in general. Don't get me wrong, sometimes, you know, especially in Gungeon, I find myself talking utter nonsense at times because I'm just so focused on dodging. But you've got to be able to waffle. However you want to call it. You know, talk as if you're concentrating on what you're saying, but you're actually not. Posing a rhetorical question is a good way to kind of cover that as well. Hello Cringy Crafter, and hello to anyone else who also said hello. Whee! Oh, no one tried to fish him out, I guess. Reaper, I see you just constantly shooting the Stormkiller, stopping him from healing. Yeah, it's definitely way too warm for Scotland. We do not do well in hot weather. friend you on 3DS. If you manage to get in, you can give me your guild card. That's all you really need. Is that a limp? That is not a limp. That's a limp. Oh, I thought you were at a meeting. Concentrate on your meeting, damn it. I actually saw to go back to a previous question about the Vive. Pardon me. I saw that there's a, you know, like those room games, the puzzle games, there's an HTC Vibe one as well. I think that kind of puzzle thing in virtual reality would be pretty cool. Assuming you have the room, and that's the problem. I'm not going to have the room for room scale games. I'm going to have enough room for sitting and standing only, probably. What is my favourite armour? In this one it is the Deviant Dinovoldo. Or, you know, Glavenus. What do you plan to do when you hit 1 million subs? No, 8 million subs? Hail Satan, probably? As my Lord and Saviour? Good job, everyone except Reaper. No, Monster Hunter is not on Xbox or PS4. It used to be on PSP, and it's on Wii U, but now it's pretty much just on 3DS. There's a Japanese MMO one that's on PC. Is L and Kurt's... Oh, I'm L and Kurt's parental figure. I try and keep them in line. I keep on telling Kurt to go to bed when he's been up for over 24 hours. He sometimes listens. That's supposed to hurt? That's how you hurt someone. Gotta make them bleed. I know it's got minimum space requirements. I'm pretty sure I can still make it work where I am. Alright, people who are in the room, thank you for joining me without my permission. Now, get out! Oh yeah, that's true, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite is actually on iOS. And it plays okay with the touchscreen. I still would suggest having a controller though. Yeah, it's good. I've got it on my iPad. Alright, so hang on, I'll give them time to leave while I change weapon and whatnot, and then I shall show you the room number and put the password in chat if you aren't aware what the password I always use is. Just going to change weapon. I'm not going to use a bowgun tonight though, because I'm not focusing on playing, so it's probably not a good idea to use something weak. We'll be switching over to Overwatch in just under an hour. Oh, who's this? Oh right, he's telling me about deviant equipment. Okay, yeah. I know how this works. Thank you. Yes. Yep. Okay. Yep. I do actually have access to a map in solo mode now where I can get the ore I need to upgrade the bagpipes, but I haven't done that yet because I needed to charge my 3DS. Ooh, // level 2. Don't mind if I do. Alright, if you want to try and join me, keep in mind again that I'm picking the hunts because I'm trying to catch up with people now, so only join if you're willing to do the hunts I put up. There's the room code on the screen now. And the pass is that. Do I have a laptop? I do. I've got a backup Asus, however you pronounce it, one. It's nothing special, I just got it in case my PC ever dies, I'd still have something that I'd be able to render videos on. Slowly, but it can do it. No one in yet? Nope, no one's in yet. Come on in as I stare at the number. 572. How much money do you make? I'm not going to go into earnings. Hey, CA's got in. He uses the same name consistently at least. Anyone else get in? Oh hey, we're full actually. Frost got in! And also Tadashi. Alright, good. Aces. That's how it's pronounced, fair enough. Tell Elle to stop being so salty towards me, says salty button touch. Let's go after Volvidon. My first one of generations. Can't you? First, do you have the teddy bear hammer yet? Where are you? Oh, you were up there. You're all blended together. No, you're using the fossil hammer. What's the next game I'm getting? Deus Ex, most likely. Outside of, like, you know, indie games I get approached about. I might get a review copy of that. If I don't, that's definitely the next one I'll be buying myself. I'm considering looking into No Man's Sky. That's almost certainly not going to live up to the hype though, because it has way too much hype. That's not the developer's fault. Well, partially. But I am still interested. It looks a bit like Starbound done right. Well, like Starbound and Elite Dangerous done right. We'll see if it actually is that though. If anyone else wants to set up a room, feel free. Of course, there's him and SCS are football players. You're using the variants I saw you post on Twitter. Because you also have no self-control. Let's see. I don't remember where Volvidon is in this map. I'm used to fighting him on the volcano. Area 3 maybe? I'm waiting for people to teleport to tell me. Yes. Do I like cheeseburgers? Yeah, they're okay. Last burger I had was a haggis burger and it was actually pretty good. Boy, boy. Stop boinging! Excuse you, Stonefist Hermitar is HR2. I would say you're not really supposed to be able to kill it at HR2. That's a mode. By the way, I never caught who Tadashi was in chat. Are you someone called Tadashi or something else? I have tried Pokemon Go actually, yeah. I've walked like 5 kilometers today and yesterday hunting for Pokemon. The problem with living rurally is there's not a lot of good, like, 3G, 4G, so I keep on losing connection to it, which kind of gets annoying. But it's good exercise, so, you know. Can't complain fully. I can complain that I haven't found a Scyther yet, which is the only Pokemon worth getting. I would probably like that shiny. Ah. Monster Hunter X Pseudo Hunter is Tadashi. What did I get there? I wasn't looking. I remember shouting at your follow fairly recently, actually. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. There's also not a lot of Pokestops to get free stuff. Although if you play an app a lot and it's free, you should definitely give it money at some point just to let them know that you like what they did. Oh yeah, that's, yes, who said that? Fonzie. I also have, like, one of the rare Pokestops near me is in a graveyard. I'm not going to a graveyard to get free Pokeballs. I have a bit more respect for the dead than that. Crazy, you just have to hope that you get in. It's open to everybody. We'll be doing more reviewer hunts on Saturday. If you want to try again then, assuming you don't get in prior to that. We'll probably do one more swap tonight. And then after 3 more hunts, we will switch to Overwatch. Oh no, that'll be a very long episode for the series. Oh, I got the power up anyway. Nice. Ow. So once again, just another reminder, if you have anybody else who might be interested in the content I produce on YouTube, please send them my channel's way to try and get that 100k. Which is not the target I thought I'd be hitting when, you know, prior to the end of May. I thought maybe I'd get to 50k by the end of the year. Maybe. Oh, and there's a limp. And that was a push. That was being overconfident. Trying to find RPG games that are more player-controlled combat as opposed to turn-based. Dark Souls, Bloodborne, that kind of stuff. Monster Hunter, if you aren't already playing this. Games where it's pretty much down to your skill. Oh, come on. Oh, I did actually do the goal. Okay. I'll take that as a draw. Bad Volvodon, die! We have other things to hunt. Why is there no life bars for enemies? That's just the way it is. You have to use tells to work out when the monster is tired and near death. What about Brave Frontier? I haven't heard of that one. Or maybe I haven't, I just haven't. Is that the one that recently got out on Vita? From Nipponichi? Yeah, Reaper does need life bars. Ow. So, are there any more questions in general that you would like me to answer about anything? anything. Because I won't be able to answer much when we're playing Overwatch, or not as much, that's for sure. Ugh. That was a weird noise. L is mean. No, it's probably fine. How's life? Life is very good. Well, apart from it being too damn hot. Do I consider Reaper the cha-cha of this group? Yes. 100%. I don't think there's any question about that, actually. My HR now online is... I only just got to HR 2. Also, HR is only online. It's stars for offline. Have I ever been to Wales? No. I've been to England a few times. I've been to France, Spain. Pretty much not further afield than that. Try and go for a variety here. Nigerala. Why not? Noise violation. Oh yes, and I've been forgetting to send my guild card again. You are awesome, that's my question. Any tips for coping with anxiety? It's always a lot easier to give advice about coping with anxiety than when you're actually suffering from it. So all I can say is you'll get over it. Just focus on the times where you feel normal. Actually, a good thing that got told to me once about anxiety is, especially when you're around other people, you worry that they'll spot you being anxious and for some reason treat you differently. Most people are self-centered, in the sense that they'll be worrying about what they're appearing like to other people. They're having the same self-conscious things as you are, it's just not necessarily for the same reason. And thinking about that can probably help calm you down in most situations that might make you anxious. I still get anxious around lots of people, I'm not a social person. And that's the kind of thing I try and focus on. Who are we waiting on? Didashi. Do I have a cat or a dog? I have a dog named Maya. Who is probably much too hot in the seat right now to do any kind of barking. Would I consider doing a stream where it's you and your friends VS chat, patrons and private matches? To set that up I would need to share... Well, I assume you're talking about Overwatch here. I would need to share my Battle.net. And I assume there's some kind of limit on how many names I can have on that. And I might be getting near it. Yes, there's also some good advice in the chat about coping with anxiety. It may not work for you, but another way is just to kind of meet it head on. Because anxiety is a fear of something stupid most of the time, that you've convinced yourself is real. So if you can find a way to confront your fear, like, you know, if you're anxious about terrorism, then, you know, that's a good thing to be anxious about. Just don't let it control you. If you're anxious about going to buy the milk, that's something you can kind of poke fun at yourself at, and hopefully get over it. Like, stare at a carton of milk, draw an angry face on it, and then punch it. You know, something like that can help get you through it. Do I like cats? Not really. They treat humans like pets when it's the other way around. That's what I don't like about cats. And their owners let them. That's the worst bit. I'm your dad, don't ask. I think you'll find Dad was in the last set of videos we recorded, and she was a lady. Can I talk about my dog? If you're interested in what she looks like, there's plenty of pictures of her on my Twitter. Not the husky, that is my sister's dog, who is exceptionally derpy. Maya's very small for her breed. She's half lab, half collie. Half collie. I'm pretty sure I said hab there. It's the heat. Again, I swear. Do I like wolves? I've never met a wolf, so I don't know. If it's going to eat me, then no. This is not right. We should probably get it over here. Yeah, we're getting closer. You even attacking right now? What's my Twitter? My Twitter is that. And there's my YouTube to point people to for subscribing purposes. I know no one specifically asked this, but part of my day-to-day, other than going for a very long Pokemon hunt in the real world, which is weird, I also rewatched for the first time in at least 15 years the original Ghostbusters. It holds up. It was still funny. I still liked it. What I didn't notice when I was a kid is just how much, compared to movies made today, how much smoking there is in the film. Every other scene, Bill Murray and what's his name? Blanking on it. Dan Aykroyd, that's the one. They're smoking, and you don't see that anymore because they don't want to encourage smoking, which I found quite funny. You know, other than the scene where Rick Moranis is getting chased by the demon dog, the special effects hold up pretty well for being an 80s film as well. And I actually still had a line in it that made me laugh out loud when they're in the hotel chasing Slimer. And one of them says, okay, we should split up. And then Bill Murray says, yeah, good idea. That means we can destroy even more of the place. Or, you know, something along those lines. His deadpan delivery in that film is just fantastic. Two people tried for that mountain there. Oh, so the update is actually now live for Overwatch. Fantastic, I'm glad I pre-downloaded it then. So maybe we will still be seeing Anna and what have you. Oh, on that subject, anyone planning on trying to play Overwatch with me, make sure you've got it, otherwise you ain't getting in. I think it was a 1.6 gig update. Basically the same size as what the PTR server was. Whee! Did you miss Overwatch? Nope, we're switching to Overwatch and the second portion of the stream. I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the giant snake. Nice. Did that break your nose? What a terrible shame. Alright, Anna is on the main server. I'm interested if she's changed it all from the PTR. Because the double tank, double healer method with Anna involved is really starting to get on my nerves on the PTR server. You keep in mind it wasn't just Anna, it's also the changes to a few characters and what have you. Oh, I have yellow sharpness. That would explain the bouncing. He booped the snit. She seems quite a bit weaker. Good. Are you playing on PC? If you're talking about when we switched to Overwatch, yes. If you're talking about this is on 3DS. God, you're getting a lot of mounts on this guy. The next switch is in one more hunt's time. The password is what it always is. Oh wait, I'm still bouncing off that? Have I heard? What, about the bird? Good job. Pie or cake? Cake, I guess? Okay, but wait, what kind of pie? Hello, Duck Norris. You found two of my videos like 10 minutes ago, subscribed, and now you're here. Well, you also happen to know that your subscription counted live on camera. Yeah, Nigeralas in this game are they never have good days, if someone has aerial style. Cake is a lie, don't do it, Flick. I'm making a note here, huge success. Pumpkin pie? Absolutely not then. I don't like pumpkin. I've tried pumpkin flavour Kit Kats. They weren't very nice. Why is cake a lie? It's just so good. That's part of the lie. That's how they get you. I think that was my first Nigerala of Generations. Haven't fought that in solo yet. With a bunch of Cool Whip. Yes, I am putting emphasis on the H. Pumpkin Kit Kats, yes. Japan has very, very many weird and wonderful varieties of Kit Kat. And I get a monthly subscription to a site that sends you Japanese candy, and they often include weird Kit Kat flavours, like for instance hot cross bun, strawberry, green tea. I'm trying to think what other ones I've tried. There's more, but I'm blanking. Hello, Rigid Ghost. I am really, really close, yep. Alright, let's go. So we'll do more swaps after this hunt, which is for a... oh yeah, let's do a Rathian. Yeah. Did I eat? I did, right? Yeah. What other talents do you have besides gaming? I guess I'm an okay writer, because I wrote for a gaming website for a while and they didn't sack me. Or, get rid of me. So I guess I'm okay at that. I can play bass guitar. That's probably it. Unless you count being fairly witty as a talent. Did I miss something in chat there? What was said? Onion cat. What did the cats do in Monster Hunter? Pretty much the same as what a hunter can do in this one. They can go on gather hunts, they can go on normal hunts. You'll see them, how they act here. Actually, yeah, a ton of people are going to be asking this, so is the update also live for consoles, or is that going to take longer than PC? Because there's still people questioning on the Anna videos from the PTR server, when's she coming? And I don't know. I don't work for Blizzard. Yes, the password is what Genji's Robobot just said. That has been the password for Monster Hunter for about 5 years now. I've forgotten what we're hunting. Rathian. I remembered. Oh, she won't be this way, she'll be the other way. She'll be at the waterfall. Do I have an Instagram? I'm going to show my age a bit here. I don't get Instagram. I don't understand it. I get Twitter. I get YouTube. I get Twitch. But that's it. Overwatch just updated for me. Innowar, are you on the console? I'm a helpful butt. Oh, good butts are helpful. Wow, that was an early mount. But it says 2 weeks Tawana for consoles. That is very unfortunate for console people, but if console people are about to get pissed off about that, keep in mind that certification for consoles is a lot crappier than PC. So it's not really Blizzard's fault. It also costs them a lot more money. I don't get Instagram, I only have Facebook and I'm 16. I think generally it's seen as something, like, well, Facebook is definitely seen as something the previous generation now use a lot of. Like, my mother uses Facebook a lot. My aunt does. But actually, no, that's not true because my sister does and she's younger than me. But no, I don't use Facebook. I have a Facebook group and, you know, if anyone ever messages me on that, I reply if I can. Facebook is too many ads. Apparently, yeah, the Facebook chat is one of the most used things. It recently got overtaken by Pokemon Go, I think, in terms of app use. Either that or Pokemon Go was just behind it. I remember seeing the list on the BBC website. God, I am sweating, and it's not because I'm tense about the game or anything like that, it's just pure heat. Come on, go over to Tinder on downloads. Wow. Oh, good para, in fact, perfect time for this. So remember, we're doing one more swap after this Rathian is dead. So if you've already had a go, do not try and get back in, or you will be maliciously kicked in the teeth by a horse. I'm hoping that it's cooler now, but it feels like it's probably about the same. So it was 27 earlier when I checked. Whoa! That was nice. What am I going to do after I get my 100,000 subs? Are you meaning in terms of like any other special stuff or just in general? Because in general, I'm going to carry on as normal. You mean in terms of special stuff, I'll do a proper question and answer on the channel. Because chances are I missed a lot of questions when I first asked tonight. So I'll do a video saying, hey, ask stuff here, and then I'll answer them in a webcam video. And I'll also do a video when YouTube sends me the silver button plaque. And I have some ideas about what else I'm going to do in that as well. But I'm going to keep those to myself for now. What I'm definitely going to do as soon as I get over the 100,000 is resubmit my application for Twitch partnership. 27 isn't too bad. Our usual weather here is 8. If we're lucky. The Scottish melt at about 20. Frankly, the fact that I'm barely coherent at all is amazing to me, given the temperature. What Japanese candy box do you get? It's from a site called Akashi Connection, and yes, I do recommend it. Although they have limited numbers of subscribers at any one time, so you might have to go on a waiting list. They do 3 sizes of box. They do a very small one that's very cheap but doesn't give you that many things. They have a medium-sized box, which used to be the only box size they did, which is pretty fine. And then they also have one which is much, much bigger, and they usually stick like tons of bonus big candies in it. I would never visit you in Texas for many reasons, El. The heat being one of them. I would actually melt. Same reason I haven't gone to Australia to visit relatives over there. Ooh, new titles. Oh no, I got the variant Rathian. Links lit. I am not drunk. Also, thank you to Diva Mage for the tip, who says, I'm delirious from heat, so watch out during Overwatch. Also, thank you to the people who joined me. Please leave and go forth and hunt. And then I will put up the room number in a second for some more people to get in. Thank you for joining me. Does anyone actually know who Diva Mage is? Probably a fictional person made up by all our minds. There was a better way to word that, but I lost it halfway through. Ugh, I still haven't... No, I can't use that yet until it's a bit better. I'll just stick with this. Alright, there's the room number, people. The password is that. It's first come, first serve. Goliath is in. And keep in mind, we do viewer hunts every single Saturday. So we'll be doing more on Saturday. And Geralt. Or Gerald, rather. Sorry. I was in Witcher mode there. There's still one more space. I can play as a cat for a hunt, yeah. I can do that, in fact, yeah. Lee Strike. Welcome. I will send you my guild card before I forget again. Oh, Chicken Cat's gonna get you. It's not Reinhardt because this is a DLC cat and it just has better stats and better unique passives. Gerald is HR 5 and he's using the Denivaldo stuff. I won't bother forcing you to change to something weaker, it's fine. I'm playing as a cat, so that already handicaps us a little bit. A low level cat, before anybody who mains cat gets mad at me. Let's do Young Garuga. I was $3 short of buying Generation, so I had to get 4U. 4 Ultimate is still really, really good. This is better, but 4 Ultimate is still a fantastic game. It has a better story than Generations does too, in my opinion. It has a bit more of a sense of a journey, whereas in this one you're just everybody's lackey. Let's go, people. Want to do these hunts relatively quickly so we can get swapped over. And also so this episode isn't 2 hours long for the YouTube side. It really does, and I'm addicted. I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. Oh, also, we're 399 subs to go. Or back to 400 if I'm about to lose one, because I said that. Let's see if I predicted it correctly. Yeah, no. Let's go, people. Sure. Oh, usually I don't accept friend requests because guild cards are enough. Let's go though! Go, 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 go! Lee Strike, go faster! I have an immense fear of flying, so it's very unlikely I'll go anywhere that requires flight. But if I did choose to go somewhere, it'd probably be Japan. A friend of mine went there and said it was amazing. And I'm very interested in the culture, as we were talking about earlier, and the language. And it's just so different to what I'm used to, living in the middle of nowhere. I agree that Kitty Gundam is probably the best cat, yes. She does have that Gundam... Oh, why am I taking stuff as if I'm a hunter? Whoops. What do I have now? Why do I not like flying? I don't know. It's just a fear of dying in a horrible plane crash, I guess. And yes, I know there's less chance of that happening than dying in a car crash or whatever else. That's the thing with fears, they're very often irrational. A Scottish comedian described being in a plane as being thrown through the air in a tin can full of other people's farts, which I think is also pretty apt. Is this pretty big or am I just pretty small? Good God, that did a lot of damage. I'm not wearing very good armor on my cat either. Oh, that was an early mount. Do I have a favourite book? I have a few favourite books I could list for you. 1984, Haroon and the Sea of Stories. Let me see if I can see any more from here to remind me. The Scott Pilgrim books are pretty good. You want something more light? Let's see, what other books? I'm trying to think back to the books I read at uni. Frankenstein was pretty good. Little wordy. That was a nice knock out of the air there. And another mount already? Oh, I didn't know that knocked you out of the ground. Huh. Did I follow any manga? I followed Naruto until it ended, and I followed Bleach until it was awful. I'll go back for the final episode just to shake my head at it one last time. I read the Attack on Titan manga until it got too far up its own arse about humans being the real enemy. And that's about it. There's a few that I keep on meaning to read that people keep on recommending to me that I never get around to. The Seven Sins one, the My Hero Academia one, Fairy Tail. Sure, there's another one I'm forgetting. All books are wordy, says book lover Dora, which has got me there. Oh, you know what? Some of the Discworld books are really good. I totally forgot about that. I didn't read that many. I wasn't like a big avid fan of them, but the ones I did read I enjoyed. Oh wow, that is an early load. Also, chat, keep me honest, is this the first hunt of this set of people, or is this the second hunt? It's the first, right? Oh yeah, One Punch Man, yep, that's another one people recommend. Wow, that was so quick. But I guess we do have an HR5 with us. It was the first time. Okay, so there's two more after this and then we're switching over. Do I think of Black Butler? I am not familiar with that one, sorry. So the last anime I watched, I'm trying to think what that actually was. I got more into the manga stuff because I could just binge on manga rather than having to watch anime, which often is littered with filler and very badly done animation. I think the last anime I watched was the Death Note anime, and that's actually pretty good. It ruined the ending by changing it from the manga, but other than that, it was pretty good. Hello, Mr. Conchu. No, sadly we're not at 100k yet, and it's very unlikely we'll get to 100k during this stream. It'll probably happen overnight. But that's okay. I think it's still nice just to show a live ticker to see how close it is. Yeah, I was only level 4 with that cat. Good grief. Death Note is 10 years old. It is pretty old at this point, but it still is probably one of the best done stories ever. Yes, thank you for censoring the spoilers, Toxic. I also agree that Death Note should have ended with the death of a certain character rather than go on as long as it did, but it's still pretty good, the stuff after that point. But they couldn't let Kira win. I'll stay as cat, why not? Why does Twitch play slower than the game? There's a 20-second delay. Roughly. That's just how Twitch is. You know how Twitch be. I read Dune. No, I have not. I have heard of it though. I don't think... Was the movie... Is that the one where the movie is praised for being so close, or most people get annoyed that it isn't close to source material? Let's do a... Two Azeroths. That will not take a long time at all. You're gonna hate me for this, but I've never seen a Studio Gilby film. I know they're very well regarded. I don't really have an excuse for not seeing them either. I've seen Tokyo Ghoul. I have not. I vaguely know about it. It's like people put on masks and go kill each other, something like that. Yeah, Gurren Lagann is good. If you can't be bothered watching that, just play Mass Effect 3, they basically ripped it off anyway. Hello, Flash Reaper 13. What's the advantages to being in Prowler mode? Unlimited picks, unlimited nets, unlimited stamina. If you go down to 0 HP, you actually have like 2 extra lives before you use up a cart. You have like a special bar that uses a bunch of different moves. All that kind of stuff. You don't need to sharpen your weapon. Choosing to play Mass Effect 3. No, I meant more like just watch the ending. And then you've watched the ending of Gurren Lagann. One is in Area 2, one is in Area 6. I can't remember if other players get to see the cat's psychic or not. You do when it's one of your own cats. Oh yeah, Solier, yeah. I didn't watch the anime of that, but I read it. I think the ending was incredibly disappointing, but other than that it was pretty good. Not amazing. Totally forgot about Solier. I guess that proves that I didn't like the ending very much. I didn't like the lead up to the ending either. The whole final confrontation was very disappointing. I've never seen none of them, Duck North. I know that I should have. And as I say, I have no good excuse. I know they're exceptionally well regarded, and they they seem like the kind of films I would enjoy. Just to put it into perspective, I've got a DVD sitting on. Oh, it's dead already. Sitting on a table next to me of whatchamacallit. I'm blanking on it. The Kaizu film. that I got 2 Christmases ago, and I haven't watched it yet for no good reason. Pacific Rim, that's the one. And it's got mechs in it, and I love mechs. I have no excuse for not watching it, and I just haven't. Oh, Area 5. Is there like a collection of all the studio films? Because I could always look into that. Oh, hey, they came in here where there's a convenient trap. Oh, I don't have taunt ready. I want to smack my cat ass at him. Charge up my bar! There is, it's on Amazon. Is it expensive? And also, are you talking about the British Amazon or the American? Might as well use the trap, no? I mounted it, help me. I'm going to stun everybody so they can't help you. I will force this Azeroth into this trap. You dare ignore my taunt? Oh, and he's leaving because he's limping. Yeah, I don't need opinions on Pacific Rim. It's got mechs in it. I will watch it someday, for that reason alone. I thought that'd be quick. One more hunt. It's expensive. Scottish people don't spend money lightly. Trying to... Come on, get a good camera angle for this. Look into the face of despair. Yeah. I can't get the camera close enough, unfortunately. It's 90 quid! For 21 films on 7 DVDs. Jesus! I have a favourite sci-fi movie. Probably The Matrix. How often do I cut my toenails? Once a week, at most. Maybe once every 2 weeks. I can't say I've ever timed that though. Yeah, we're still doing one more hunt and then we'll switch over to Overwatch. I ever watched Red Dwarf? Yes, I have. It's very, very good. In fact, someone in the most recent vlog spotted at the very corner that's just visible my box collection of it. And that plus Blackadder, two of the best sitcoms the UK's ever made. And end on an aerodrome, something nice and easy. I know I could watch them illegally, but I don't like doing that, that's unethical. Eva is a rabbit, this is true. Then Red Dwarf and Robot Wars share an actor. He is. Well, you know, Robot Wars wasn't acting, but Craig Charles was the presenter of it. And he is the main character in Red Dwarf. Dave Lister. Nice to hear that, Supernova. And Blackadder is amazing. I probably do prefer Blackadder to Red Dwarf, but they're both fantastic. He is in Area 6. I didn't notice we had another cat present. He makes a hyper-intelligent bunny. We're just going to keep on stunning each other. The monster's too small. What character do I want in Overwatch next? I don't know. I'm kind of happy with them doing whatever they're doing. It seems like the next character is going to be some kind of hacker or, you know, spy type thing. Nice. As long as they think of more interesting characters, I'm fine with whatever they're doing. Oops. My favourite Doctor and Doctor Who, of like the original ones before the Chris Eccleston and onwards. I like Sylvester McCoy and Tom Baker. Of the new ones, David Tennant is probably the best overall. And I stopped watching prior to his last season because the lead writer got really bad. I forget the guy's name, he's got a triple-barreled name and he doesn't know how to write Doctor Who. He made it too feelsy. The Doctor's at his best when he's got a slight contempt for humanity at the same time as wanting to protect them. I know it could be helping, but I use amount of time to read chat. That and it's an aerodrome, so it doesn't matter. My favourite hero in Overwatch and favourite map? Hero, Genji, map. My favourite map is probably Dorado. He's getting away! I think Dorado's got the most character, and I just like to play on it as well once I got Skyped again. Well, it levels my cat. I think I just got level 5. My offline cats are like level 15. I can't see, the grass is too tall. We'll be on the EU server because apparently Anna's live on it now anyway, so it doesn't matter. The PTR server might even be closed. Ow. Which probably means we'll be running into a lot of double Anna, or maybe even more than that, squads. For the folk who didn't play on the PTR server. New Knight is best knight. Sigurd is best knight. There's a big boomerang you've got there. Shovel Knight is best. It's a game I kept on meaning to play, but I never did. Brace yourself, the Annas are coming. I'm amazed this isn't dead yet. Well, that mine might do it. What gun is your favourite in Gungeon? I like the guitar one. What is he doing right now? We probably don't want him to die there either. Yeah, he's beyond the zone right now. Finish the job. There we go. Good job. It's the worst movie I've ever seen. Metal Gear Solid 4? This was the hunt where we're stopping and swapping over. I didn't mean to zone there. Where am I? Oh yeah, who was escaping me anyway? I heard about a series called Kamen Rider. Yeah, that's the Masked Rider, as it was called when it was translated. I've seen bits of Birdemic, I've never actually watched it. I also have seen most of The Room, but I haven't actually watched it fully. Alright, for those watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this extra long episode, and there will be more coming when we next record some more. Thanks for watching, and ta-ta for now.